I know what you're thinking. Sena is obviously the child of Morak and Bridget. But despite Morak's masculine features, these characters do not have the required reproductive organs to procreate, and no amount of strapping is going to change that. Luckily, I am here today to enlighten the community and to solve the Sena conundrum. The most obvious part that ties Sena to Bridget is the flaming blue hair. You can't really miss it. But I can't exactly pinpoint anything that would indicate Morak's DNA. You could say that it's the smaller curves on Sena's body that are Morak's trait, but are you really going to objectify women like that? Come on, dude. Besides, both Morak and Bridget are quite tall women. Then how come Sena is so small? I support the Morak and Bridget ship, and I do believe they acted as Sena's parents. But there's just no way around it. One of them is not the biological parent. So what do people in same-sex marriages in the real world do? That's right. Adoption. Or they ask someone else to be the birth mother or birth father. Presuming this is what happened in this instance, who is Sena's father?
Who's that?
Father.
It's
Niall. That's right. I believe Sena's biological parents to be Bridget and Niall. Niall is as biologically close to Morag as you're gonna get, so it makes sense why he would be chosen. It would also explain why Sena doesn't have Bridget's stature, since, Niall isn't that tall. But maybe Niall wasn't fully grown yet in the base game of Xenoblade 2? And yes, you're right. It's a shame we don't have some sort of proof that the males in the Ardenac family don't grow very tall. Or do we? If we go back in time to the Aegis War, the Emperor of Moradin during that time was Hugo Ardenac. And it just so happens that, like Niall, he happened to only grow to unimpressive heights. And on top of all this, even though it could be said as individuality, but her hair somewhat resembles that of Niall, as opposed to the long and luscious hairstyle of Bridget. And as always, thanks for watching. I do hope this theory doesn't get completely disproven once the DLC drops though.